Cthulhu.
From the first time makers of
Slimy
first time.
hands. Slimy Cthulhu hands. From the developers of Kickstarter.
Ruin has come to our family.
We bring you ruin.
You remember our venerable house? Opulent and imperial, gazing proudly from its stoic perch above the moor. I lived all my years in that ancient, rumor-shadowed manor, fattened by decadence and luxury. And yet I began to tire of conventional extravagance. Singular, unsettling tales suggested the mansion itself was a gateway to some fabulous and unnameable power. With relic and ritual, I bent every effort towards the excavation and recovery of those long-buried secrets, exhausting what remained of our family fortune on swarthy workmen and sturdy shovels. At last, in the salt-soaked crags beneath the lowest foundations, we unearthed that damnable portal antediluvian evil. Our every step unsettled the ancient earth. But we were in a realm of death and madness. In the end, I alone fled laughing and wailing through those blackened arcades of antiquity, until consciousness failed me. You remember our venerable house, opulent and imperial. It is a festering abomination. I beg you, return home, claim your birthright, and deliver our family from the ravenous, clutching shadows.
He couldn't stand...
Cthulhu shot me.
Cthulhu couldn't stand his banquet BRBs. The Dark Dungeon is about making the most of a bad situation. Quests will fail or most be abandoned. Heroes will die, and when they die, they stay dead. Progress autosaves constantly, so actions are permanent. The game expects a lot out of you. Me?
Yes, even you.
Even me? How far will you push your adventurers? How much are you willing to risk in your quest to restore the hamlet? What will you sacrifice? Oh, okay, there it goes.
You took too long.
Well, fuck. Well, I guess we're getting started.
Yeah, there's me in my Dorcas dungeon. Let me see. I have around 40 hours experience with this game, so I'll be kind of being the co-pilot for Nick. And this is your first experience? Have you done any tinkering at all in it?
I played like a tiny bit. Really short amount. Like not... Like half an hour, and I don't remember any of that half hour.
Okay, so Nick's basically a basic bitch.
Oh. You haven't even begun to see a basic bitch.
I'm not going to go and like spoil everything, but I'll be a helpful guide guy to be like, oh, you don't want to do that.
So which DLCs for my first go at it?
Let's just go ahead and leave the DLCs in, because a lot of that has, like you see right there, the Flagellant and the Shieldbreaker are actually characters themselves.
Yeah, they definitely look like it, but should I...
I don't think it's going to matter as much, so let's go ahead and keep it in.
Crimson Court increases... Okay. Tutor says it'll be fine.
Yeah, we're going to do Dorcas Dungeon.
Dorcas?
Dorcas. We're going to be going to the Dorcas Dungeon run. The Radiant Dungeon is supposed to be like a little bit easier, but it's mostly just shorter. You still have some of the difficulties on it, and Blood Moon is hard.
Well, do you know the time links of each one?
I don't know the time links, but the Darkest should be a standard one. I was about 40 hours in, and I was already like... I was messing around the entire time, and I was able to get to the Darkest Dungeon. I didn't actually complete it. I was still messing around with it before. I just kind of not lost interest in it, but got consumed by other things. But
well, how long do you expect to, like, if we focus on trying to complete the objective, how long do you think it's going to take?
Maybe 40 hours or so, maybe less. I don't know, it depends. I'll be looking at some guides and doing some more helpful stuff on the way.
Man, that's a solid commitment.
Oh yeah, but it's a fun thing. It's a dungeon. It's a random generated dungeon thing. But it's hard to completely, it's not hard to completely fail out, but you shouldn't completely fail out.
Okay, but 40 episodes in, we're going to be regretting that we ever did this and be super salty. So I hope you're ready for the madness you struck upon us.
Nick's already promising salt, so let's get along with it. Get on with it! Salt mines.
Into the salt mines we go.
There we go. Son, I need you to come work at the salt mines. They're terribly run.
And then he puts a slave collar on you. He's like, got him.
Another son.
Another son enslaved.
You will arrive.
He just
along the old
waits
road.
until they're like 20 and then sends them a letter.
It winds
And
with
then he
tumbling
fucking
serpent
collars
blocks
them.
and
He just goes to like the different orphanages and sends out mass letters like, my son, I want to reconnect with you. You're a millionaire. The salt mines.
to ever more tenebrous places.
I don't know, Dad. I'm not sure the salt mines is the place I want to come back
Cobbles
to.
of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other.
Those are some pretty loser-looking bandits.
transcendent
But yeah, if you
terrors.
couldn't tell, this was heavily inspired by Lovecraftian stuff. In fact, they even have some of the more recognizable ones, such as the Shambler.
Are we, oh, that's pretty cool. Are we going to see the Greyliff at any
Without
point?
Madness.
Um,
The old road.
That was what it was.
I mean,
the city
like-
was called, right?
Rayliff was a city where he usually sleeps, the Cthulhu dreams.
We will
But I don't know if that
find
portal
our
actually
redemption.
took them to the city or not, because it kind of looked like it showed them. So maybe they went to the city.
Are we going to fight against Leviathan?
Leviathan. I don't know if it's gonna be on that scale. Like, I don't know if we'll get to personally punch Cthulhu in the face, or what would is assumed to be his face.
Considering all I've heard about the game and that everyone just dies nonstop, it'd be hard to imagine them punching Cthulhu and
Oh yeah,
getting a clean one.
what my strategy is we're gonna you get the stage up and running, and then have a main A team, and those are gonna be your cool guys, and then we're gonna just have red shirts.
Okay, so we're gonna have our guys that we work towards up buffing. We get money for buffing them.
Like, we'll still have maybe a B team, but that C team is gonna be rotating. But there's a bunch of different fun types of builds and everything else you can do in this game. Really, there's a variety of different things you can do to beat the dungeon, since there's so many different like heroes and combinations you can throw together. Like, I know I've seen a lot of times on YouTube that there's like only leper runs or only flagellate runs. Well, I don't know if I've seen a flagellate run. I'll have to look, but I mean, you can do it with single party runs. I don't know how small of a party you could do and complete the dungeon.
Have there ever been
darkest-
single dude runs? Because that seems almost impossible.
I have no clue.
From what little I
Maybe there's
know.
probably one dude on Twitch. If there's a person on Twitch who is completing freaking Dark Souls just by doing the dance voice commands,
That's right. There's voice commands. There's
There was
drum
the
pads. There's
Guitar
Dance
Hero,
Revolution.
DDR
Guitar
pad.
Hero.
There's all sorts of crazy shit. So if you
Good-
say, has there ever been a person who
Darkest Dungeon seems to attract these people. Okay, you are currently in a room. To move forward, click on another room on the map display. This will take you to the connecting hallway. Got it. So where's my map? Here?
your map is gonna be that, yeah. And we're
Okay,
just
so I have
going
to
right and
click on
left. Yeah, you actually click to choose where to go, or you can use your mouse pad. Not the
Keep
mouse
to the
pad.
side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
Prefer, use click or nah. D-pad is much easier.
I know, I personally play with the controller, just because I like being more laid back, but Nick's playing with the mouse and keyboard this run.
That all may hear of your arrival.
Okay, combat is turn-based. Yes. If you can't select a particular skill, it's because that hero sucks. He's not in the right place. He's big dumb.
Yeah, there's usually a placement. Usually it's between the first front half of the party and the second half. So first 1, 2, and 3, and 4 each have different skills that they can use.
So what's with the exclamation mark over his head?
He is surprised right now. He's like, "Oh shit! I expected
does
no one
he not
here."
get like his first turn attack?
Look over him and see if it actually explains it. I know it will have like I don't know if it increases crit chance, but it means you automatically go first. Like all your party goes first before they get their round,
I don't see
which is already a
yeah,
pretty insane thing.
anything from his end. All right, so here's our attack list, and we can move them. If
Yeah,
we feel
don't
like
click
it.
the move. The move is only when you are just like, usually when you're discombobulated and you don't have like a special move that will send you forward. For your shooter McBang Bang, that's a pretty good. You see those little dots?
Yeah.
That kind
Wait.
of shows where your attacks will work in the.
Okay,
thing.
yeah, this is the arrangement of the party.
Yeah,
so he
since
can
you're
do
in
this
the first, since you're in the second slot, you have availability to those two moves.
So if he's in the first three areas of the first three slots of the party, then he can attack the second and the first person.
Yep.
And since
That's
it's
your
connected
multi-attack.
dots, he'll hit the first three if he's in the second or third.
Yep.
So he wants to be in second or third so he can get the most out of it.
That's usually kind of where he wants to be. I usually like to put him in the third. Is his pretty good spot.
Okay, so let's see our options here. Accuracy is, I assume that's what that means.
Yep.
Damage modification minus 50, so I guess raw damage.
Half
Where's
damage.
this? Okay, so he does normally 4 to 8.
His base damage is 5 to 10, but I think maybe the weapon may be a minus because you don't have any real weapon.
Real garbo. Minus 9% crit. He doesn't. Where is his crit? Does it show? Oh,
Yeah,
5%.
it shows it right
so he has
above
0% to crit. And he would do like 2 damage. But of course, that's going to be useless against this guy.
There's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot of numbers game.
Is there any regular ass attack, or are they all going to be skills?
They're all gonna be like that. But that's gonna be your probably bread and butter for your thief right now on that type of opponent, because he's a human. It shows his resistances right there, and that's kind of what you're gonna be relying on in order to know what type of damage to do to the enemy.
Okay, it also shows my chance to hit, chance to crit, and expected damage.
Yeah, you see that he has 15 protection, so that means he has like 15 armor and 2 chance of resistance. His speed is going to determine what order he runs in.
Okay, so let's see. We got Smite, which is pure damage plus 15%. He's not unholy. He's just a bandito.
That's still good damage. That's going to be your basic attack for regular guys.
Okay, and his regular damage is 6 to 12, so
Yeah,
it's
he's a pretty
solid.
hard hitter. He's a pretty hard, solid. He's your shield guy. He's your big buff guy.
Okay, so this is a first and second person attack with reduced damage. Third is stun.
Stun blow.
That
Those are good.
sounds really, really good. But he actually looks confused still, so...
So since you're only dealing with one guy, you don't really need to do protection buff right now. I'd go ahead and get your raw damage out. So I'd do stun blow or I'd do the smite.
And this adds torch, and...
What this does is it improves your lighting, it marks yourself, so you'll be more liable to take different types of damages. And it also increases your armor by 24%, which is insane.
Okay, I'll go ahead and with the regular damage, since that seems the best the best choice here. 6 to 12, so there's a good chance we finish him right here. Oh, fuck, never mind. Oh, shit.
Sorry if it seems like we're going to be talking a lot. As we talk a lot in the beginning over the basic moves, we'll get quicker and quicker as we become more familiar with them.
I'm sure 40 episodes in, we're going to be a fountain of talking.
But what's cool on that one attack that you just did, it has a debuff, so it actually makes it more likely to... If you go over that little where the character is and you see the little down thing, it shows you what got debuffed on them. So on the 2 down arrows underneath the character's picture,
Yeah.
on the enemy.
Oh, okay, I have to actually go to it.
Yeah,
Okay, so he's more likely to bleed and he's a little slower.
and you can build those up. So those actually stack on top of each other. So if you have a bunch of rogues or something like that, you can just completely take down their bleed chances. You completely stack bleeding and everything else.
There
we go.
Got him.
Annihilate!
Decimation.
Decimate!
Money.
But yeah, the narrator for this guy is like Wayne, I want to say June or something like that. And he's also, the reason why they picked him is because the developers actually loved his voice and he was doing Lovecraftian audiobooks.
He does audiobooks for Lovecraft.
Yeah, so he kind of
Beyond
perfectly
measure.
fit it.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Okay, so what is... Okay, less torch
Leave
adds...
nothing unchecked.
Monster
to be
surprise,
found in forgotten
scouting,
places.
dodge. So we want to add torch. Is there any
You don't have a
shortcut?
torch right now, so you can't add it.
Okay,
you
yeah.
would do it by
Makes
maybe
sense.
doing your armor guy with his protection buff, but torchlight, you can just click on the grate and it should take you to the next area as well.
On the grate? Oh. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
That was kind of weird. I tried clicking on this several times. Ah, here we go.
Ambush. Send these vermin a message.
Okay, and I'm
The
going to give you a
rightful
recommendation.
owner
Right
has
now, you want
returned, and
to
their
always
kind
focus your
is
blast
no
usually on
longer
one guy.
welcome.
Makes sense. You want to kill as many as quick as possible. What does this do? Oh, this was...
That's going to be your stealth. And what that does is it adds some extra stuff right there on the bottom. You see it increases damage,
plus,
accuracy,
so
crit.
it's a buff, accuracy, crit. Does it do any damage itself?
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. I thought that was a stealth thing. What that is a tracking shot. That actually takes away stealth. So if someone's stealth, you can shoot them anyways.
Oh, okay.
It buffs yourself a little.
Oh, minus 80% damage. So
Yeah, it's more of a buff and take out the hiders.
So should I focus on this guy since he's more squishy, or can he even hit him? This guy counts
it
as...
shows on your move. Go to where your move is.
Yeah.
It actually shows which areas it hits. So the red dots are the areas you can hit, and the ones that aren't
So
filled out are the ones
I
you
can't even hit the shooter guy
You
because
can't-
the first guy
no,
is
no,
so
you
fat.
can't. That's right. He's 2. He counts as 2 because he's a big boy.
So should I focus all damage on this guy and try to crush him as quick as possible then? Or should I try to. This guy is kind of squishy, and I do what? How much damage? It predicted 5 to 9, so.
I'm not gonna try to backseat controller as much, but you could do a tracking shot on him to start buffing yourself, or you could go ahead and start working on that first guy with the bleed damage. Because the first guy is not actually gonna be that resistant to stun. Is gonna be pretty resistant to stun, so I'd go ahead and start doing bleed stuff on him.
Okay, try to get him.
Plus, it has good solid damage itself. It doesn't necessarily rely on the bleed only as well. That move.
Oh wow, and a crit too.
Yep. And I believe whenever you crit, it automatically gets applied unless the resistances are insane.
Okay, how about turn order?
Turn order is determined usually by your speed, and torchlight can also determine it, but that's more if you get surprised.
Oh, okay. Okay, so, and you said he was resistant to stun, right?
Yeah, you see right there, it has 50% resistance, as opposed to the other guy. If you hover over the other guy, he has 25.
Okay.
So this guy's twice more as resistance. But what I would do if I were you is I'd go ahead and put the shield on.
Oh, so
your guy,
yeah,
because this is probably going to last longer than a couple, like 1 or 2 turns. So.
And it also adds some torch, so well, I'm not sure that helps in the long term.
That's more for dodging and everything else. But if you go ahead and add your defense, it also makes you mark, so they're more likely to attack you.
Grape shot did next to no damage. Ah, but I did get a debuff. Minus dodge. So the tank can hit me a lot more hard now.
Yeah. So go ahead and keep on working on that first guy.
Try to work him over. Okay, is he got multiple stacks of bleed now? 4 per round?
It increased. So you did 2 it was what, like 2 bleed effect, and now it's at 4 for 4 rounds. So that means each round he's taking 4 damage.
And he has a total of 15 health, so in 4 rounds he'll naturally die, but I want to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Now,
and plus I can't even hit the other guy with my dude here.
So yeah, if you hit him with your regular attack, I think you should almost finish him this turn, because what they'll do 4, and then what's your regular damage on your first?
I'm expected to do 7 to 14 damage.
Is that what it says for your little Crusader attack on the number 1? Like you have to hover over number 1. Because that's gonna do, okay, so it is gonna do your base damage. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start hitting him with Smite.
Okay, God, if we did one more, he would bleed out, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, that sucks.
That's alright. That's a bleed attack.
What's his face? Reynolds getting disheartened.
He's very sad.
Okay, if I do grape shot, I could hit both of them, but what are my odds?
Honestly, I'd do tracking shot to focus on that last guy, so you can go ahead and buff yourself and hit the last guy.
Okay.
If you do grape shot, yeah, you'll take them both out, but he's gonna die anyways the next turn with the bleed.
That's true. I don't even need to be concerned about him anymore.
So I do number 4. Yeah. Not a whole bunch of damage, but it buffs you up a little bit.
And here comes his grape shot. With some debuff. I'm bleeding a fuck ton. So is there... there's no really... He's gonna die anyways.
He's gonna die anyway, so it's kind of a useless attack, so just whack him and get it over with.
Boom! He went out in a coma. They leave corpses. Corpses act as... Oh, that's a pain in the ass.
Yep.
They'll eventually go away on their own. You can attack corpses. That dead body sure is getting in the way. I couldn't possibly navigate on this 2D plane.
He's so fat.
He's a literal ring of fatness
And
that
the
I
fat
can't
takes
escape.
bleeding damage, and it'll blow up with enough fat blowing up. Not fat blowing up.
Okay.
Honestly, using grape shot wouldn't be bad here because you're trying to clear the corpse now.
Okay, well, I'm only doing 3 to 6 damage, though.
It's not a whole bunch, but yeah, anything you can do to clear that corpse faster will help.
But
Plus, you'll still do damage to the bad guy with the grape shot. Or you could just do a tracking shot and again shoot him, but I don't think tracking shot does that much.
I could only use it once. It looks like, oh, there's actually a number of uses I got for it. So I can only use it 1 time per battle.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
So if I did this, I could do 5 to 10. I could clear him out in 1 attack if I do it with this. There we go, and he'll bleed out and he'll be gone. Wait, did he resist the bleed? No, he's got more. He got another stack.
He resisted the debuff.
And then he should
perish.
Fuck, but not immediately. Damn, that was a waste. I should have taken the shot on the other guy. Am I gonna lose my knight on the first fucking round?
Get used to it.
Have you lost your dude on the first go at it?
I've lost a lot of guys. You get used to losing guys. Not saying that it should be something that you be comfortable with, but sometimes shit happens and you lose them. But you should be able to finish him.
What the fuck? Come on, man.
Ooh.
Just die. Okay, yeah,
Rush
focus
shot,
on
yeah,
him.
there we go.
Dismas. Fuck.
Advantage. Give them no quarter.
Wow, that was brutal.
You can just do the take all for that stuff.
You've completed the. You just click the crest. Okay.
Don't click. Yeah.
After you've completed the requirements of a quest, you have the option to return to town at any time. Just click the crest. You don't have to. You don't need to return to the starting room of the dungeon to exit.
Don't click it yet. Click the little exit thing because you need to pick up that chest.
Ah, okay.
We don't want to go back. We have to continue adventuring.
I bet it's bullshit in that chest.
Only one way to find out. Open it. You can also eat food
mean-
to heal yourself, but you have to make sure you're clicking the right guy. There you go.
right
It's
click.
bullshit health, but it's health nonetheless. But he's not bleeding anymore, so you should be fine.
Is there any difference between who should open the chest? Like,
Not
is one
really.
person
I guess
better?
maybe if your guy has higher. Oh wait, read that. What it says.
Something doesn't look quite right with this chest.
Bandage trapped chest. We're gonna go ahead and back off on that,
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go eat and then I'm gonna go home.
and then click the top left,
Top up. Okay.
and that's gonna take us home. Remember, Nick, don't be afraid to back down. Sometimes. You just
don't
need to-
worry
you
about
need
me
to cower away.
being a coward.
That's my natural state of being.
And,
And what'd you get? You hate.
for some
You
reason,
hate Lovecraft.
finding those bandits just made him really pissed off against the Eldritch.
He's overrated, and his word choice is squeamish and racist.
In the Weald. I'm assuming that's an area.
Yeah, that's an actual area. Now, scouting chances is nice because you can actually plan ahead your areas. If you scout ahead, you see a battle, you actually can't get surprised from fighting those battles, I believe. And it also gives you a kind of path where you see 2 paths ahead, you're like, I don't want to fight right now.
Or do you have a better chance of surprising the other dudes?
This
I don't know if
squalid
you have
hamlet,
that.
These corrupted lands, they are yours now.
Okay,
You are
so
bound to
I
them.
have
Those are all the different bosses.
That's a lot.
Well, a lot of times you beat the same boss a couple times. Well, not the same boss, but the same type of boss. So if you look over, you'll see at the top, defeat Hag, defeat Wizened Hag, defeat Super Wizened Hag type thing. And that's based on the level of the dungeon you do, I believe.
Okay. Anything over here? No, that's it.
Left side is just going to show you what happened that week.
Okay, and I can sort these guys by whatever.
Yep.
And close out of this. Oh, here's our town.
Yep.
Get help where you may on any screen in the game. Press and hold H to see
H.
contextual help. Try it while in town, exploring, fighting, camping, and more. H. Let me share with you the most terrible wonders I have come to know.
Yeah, but that's the glossary. So if ever you need to consult it, it's there in the bottom right, and that'll be like if you
But that's
like,
your
forget what
job.
something did. Yeah, I'll try to help you through it.
He is restless.
Yes. No, it's fun. They do talk every now and then, and they kind of do it based off their
Women
state of
and
mind.
Men, soldiers and outlaws,
So
Fools and corpses. Yes.
all will find their way.
So
to
we
us
can
now
just
that
pick
the
up
road is
all these
clear.
guys?
Drag and pick them up. They're free. They're free real estate.
free
What
sacrifices.
better
Well,
laboratory than the
not free real estate.
blood-soaked
Technically, they take up a slot, but they're free.
While you're here, spend some of your starting heirlooms on upgrading the Stagecoach network.
Yes.
This will increase the number of heroes available in the future. Well, considering we're going to toss guys into the grinder, I guess this is the best option.
You need to have someone to feed you some stuff to toss in the grinder.
Available to 3 increases. So I guess we don't even have guys yet. So
Increase both of those.
okay.
More arrive.
But basically, you're
Foolishly
wanting to
seeking
max out the
fortune and
stagecoach.
glory.
Stagecoach is
This
best
domain
upgrade, or
of the damned.
Well, with me and my inexperience, I like having the stagecoach along with having experienced recruits up all the way. But as you see with that, you need to have some other stuff upgraded in order to get more experienced recruits.
is the experienced recruits the best one? Because it seems like it.
Basically, what that means is you'll have like instead of just level 0 guys
Yeah.
you see. You'll get like level 2 and level 3 and
That
level
seems
4, 5
really
guys
good.
coming, and they have all their skills already upgraded to like level 3.
That saves. It sounds like
armor,
it saved
weapons.
a lot of
that
time.
saves you a lot of time and money. And that's where you'll just be like, haha, I don't care about this guy. I just got him off the stage yesterday. go in there and get me money. And then you just sacrifice him and then tell the rest of your guys to run away.
So then should I focus on actually getting these things to level 2?
I'd first get your stage, like you'll kind of find a natural progression, and it also is kind of easier to upgrade based on the amount of rewards you have available. You see where you now cost 8 and 10, and then it'll cost like
oh, okay. I have different
16 and 20.
currencies
Yeah,
here.
the bottom left is your currency. And you can actually change the different types of currency or exchange it with the little arrow keys that are on the kind of the recycle symbol.
So there's a conversion rate.
Conversion, yep. And it tells you the conversion. Not all of them are the same.
Are some of them worth more than others?
Yep. If you increase the number right there, it shows you kind of what each one is worth.
So the paintings seem to be worth the most at this point?
Yeah, kind of. But each one upgrades different things. So if you'll back out and go to another thing, well, you can even see right there, it costs 8 scrolls and 10 shields.
Yeah.
Or emblems and whatever.
And then there's crystals, which I'm not even allowed to see what it trades for.
You don't get to see the crystals. You're not good enough to see the crystals.
So apparently I want the paintings.
But don't start doing that trading stuff now. You only use it when you actually have something in mind that you want to get.